Since the dawn of time, us humans have had 3 ways of communicating: speech, writing, and emoji. While speech and writing can express all sorts of thoughts and ideas, they just don't quite capture the emotion of drawings, which depict not only the visual details of an object or event, but also the feelings involved with it. Emoji are so effective at this that they were developed thousands of years before any writing system was even invented, just being carved or painted onto stone walls all around the world. They slowly evolved with all sorts of variations in style and quality, but they always retained some sort of artistic spirit with all those colors and shapes. And generations later, emoji are just as, if not more crucial to our day-to-day communications than ever. But we have a problem. In the latest updates of the highest quality smartphones, there's only 3,000 and... Whoa, that's actually a ton, holy cow. There's only 3,782 emoji that are officially recognized and available for us to use in our phones. And therefore, only 3,782 emotions for us to choose from. And if we're being realistic, it's actually way less than that. There's so many random symbols and objects that I honestly can't think of really great uses for. So of course, you know where this is going. Welcome back to Fix the World, where I fix the planet one thing at a time. Last episode, I asked you guys which emoji they should add. So let's just get to making them. So here's the full list of every single emoji that's currently available. There really are a ton. I just want to capture some of the feelings that aren't quite conveyed with some of these. And a quick side note, you'll notice there's different versions depending on what device you're using. The Apple ones are maybe the most known, with the Google ones probably being more common. I don't have a huge preference either way. I'm not gonna make all the different versions for all the different companies, but that should definitely still be a thing. I don't think we should generalize and make only one kind, because some of these variations are pretty awesome and it allows for some more artistry. Anyway, when I asked this question, so many of you asked for the robber emoji. Apparently there's this thing where so many people thought that there was already a robber emoji and they remember using it, but it actually never existed at all. This is a classic example of the Mandela effect, which basically refers to multiple people having a false memory about one specific thing. Some more examples are Curious George having a tail, or the Monopoly guy having a monocle. And the most famous one, at least when I was growing up, was the Fruit of the Loom logo having a cornucopia in it. I know multiple people that say they learned the word cornucopia from this logo, but it was actually never in it at all, supposedly. Lots of people use these as an example that we're in an alternate timeline or universe or something. Whatever it is, it's kind of crazy, and let's get it resolved. So the robber emoji has been illustrated multiple times by people describing what it is, but most of these drawings are pretty bad, so I'm gonna remake it in the actual emoji style. So let's find something that's relatively close. The person tipping hand and this frowning one look kind of similar. So I think we just put this one's face on here real quick, like so. Nice, that actually looks really good. Okay, now let's get the striped shirt going. Maybe we'll make the original shirt a little brighter too. None of them have a beanie, it looks like. Let's just make our own. We'll give it some nice texture with a lighter gray. Maybe some of this. Sure. I kind of want to give it like a nice gradient to fit with the rest of this. Lower the opacity. And that looks pretty good, I'll be honest. And let's get the mask on as well. And we gotta fill that in, except for on the eyes, of course. Let's give that the gradient as well. Maybe tone it down a little bit. I think that looks pretty dang solid. So now we need the key part, the money bag over the shoulder. Now there is a money bag emoji, but as you can tell, the angle's a little off. So let's just do what we can. So let's warp it kind of just like this, I'm thinking. But to get the perspective right, we need some of it behind and some of it in front of the person. We'll simply take it away. Compared to the original, I think that's a pretty good step up. The robber's great and all, but like I said, we need more emotions going on. Now to start, I'm gonna make a blank emoji, meaning literally just taking off all the facial parts and leaving the yellow circle. First up, we got the Chad face. We already have a decent emoji equivalent with this Easter Island head thing, but let's get straight to the point and get straight to that emotion. Let's take inspiration from this one, and of course we need the nice lips. Right around there, I want to say. Then we got to get those cheekbones, you know. We need the hard edges like this. We'll take this color and do something like this. Oh, that actually works pretty well. Take off those eyebrows. That's pretty good. Maybe we'll make a couple versions, one with the eyes closed like that and one open. What sort of eyeballs are we doing? Maybe like this guy. Very cool. Next, we got the suggestion for a hard stare emoji. Kind of just like this eye roll emoji, but with the pupils forward. So with our editing magic, no eyes, and then just some nice circles. Yeah, that's kind of intimidating. Then next, someone wanted an agreeing emoji, basically being a smiley face with a thumbs up next to it. For some reason, I cannot find a high quality version of this one. I think this one is just on the brink of being weird, so it can be used ironically pretty well. These are all bad quality, what the heck? That kind of looks bad, but it's kind of funny too. Yeah, you know, that's good enough. There you go. Next is an emotion I personally want. Some sort of sneaky smile. Just the biggest closed smile with some squinty eyes or something, you know? So let's take this, take off the tongue. That's really funny with the tiny eyes, dude. Originally, I was thinking something like this. Those small eyes are really funny, though. Like, all right, we're getting a good collection here. All right, next, I know we have... Oh, the light died. Next, I know we already have all these sleepy emojis, but I need one that's just desperately tired. Not sleeping yet, just tired and awake. We'll start here, but I do want some regular eyes. And let's take the mouth off this one. Then we gotta just get the shadows under the eyes. Maybe we do want a little bit of the white around the eyes too, but like not as much as normal, you know? Just enough to make it weird. Yeah. Oh, this is so sad. Maybe we'll use the eyes from this one almost as like crease marks for the eyes. There we go. That's pretty good. That's awesome. And now one that's gonna be pretty dang easy. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the lower down the eyes and the farther apart they are, the cuter the thing is. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna take one of the worst emoji, probably objectively, and just make it a whole lot better. Take these eyes and this mouth, and pretty self-explanatory. We just bring the eyes down here. I want them a little smaller. Maybe the smile a little bigger too, or smaller maybe. This is an interesting one. And just for fun, we'll get one with this mouth on it. Yeah. Then someone wanted the cool S emoji. I absolutely agree. And obviously there's only one place to take it from, the beta bet. Let's single it out here. Now mine is doing bad quality. Jeez Louise. Here, maybe I'll redraw it. Up and over and down. And of course it's gotta be filled in, which you can't tell because it's white. Next, there's a couple emoji I kinda just wanna steal from other platforms that should be more official. To start, I use this one all the time. I wish it was just more convenient. This one makes me feel so uncomfortable, but I feel like it just has to happen at this point. It's so bad, dude. Then before we get to the bonus emoji, I want to add two that gave me this whole idea in the first place. In the animals and nature section, as you can see, we've got monkey, monkey again, gorilla, and orangutan, along with stuff like a million breeds of dogs and cats and whatever. But here's my proposition. We need not only all three great apes, but all four apes. The gorilla and the orangutan are only two. Other than that, we have chimps or bonobos and gibbons. You search chimp emoji and nothing even close to a real chimp comes up except for this AI art. So let's take inspiration, something like this, but in this style, you know what I mean? I don't know if I can totally do this, man. So until someone makes them, we're just gonna use these. All right, finally, it's time for those bonus emoji. A couple of you guys had a pretty creative idea. You had a few variations, but essentially the idea is that every single time you use an emoji, there's a very, very small chance that you get a special version of it. Think of it like shiny Pokemon with a different color variant. Now these could get pretty creative, but I think the best solution is just to put an overlay of colors on them. Something like the Minecraft enchantments, where it's all wavy and nice. I don't know. Let's see if I can do something like that. These look interesting. Yeah, okay. Something like this. And something cool you guys suggested is that when you collect these, then you get to keep using them in the future without having to recycle them all the time. So once you get the shiny version of this guy, you always have it. But you have to keep collecting the shiny versions of all the other ones if you want. I don't know, it's just a fun little game that nobody has to play, but it's just really fun. And last but not least, the best suggestions yet, some emoji that have to do with me. Of course, being the oat, bird from Egypt, and why not the little one as well? And boy, do I have some news for you. If you become a channel member, you can use these right now. And some even better news, I'll be adding some of these emoji to my roster, meaning as I get more members, I'll be able to add more emoji, and for the most part, I'll get them from this list. Anyway, I think these are pretty cool. I think my my favorite one is maybe this tired one, so let's put that one on the globe, which of course is the series tradition, so make sure you keep watching so you can see how it develops. I did not get to make all the emoji I wanted to, so maybe I'll make a sequel later down the line. Now for next episode, let's make some new drink cans. I want to take some sodas, energy drinks, whatever, and give them better can designs. Maybe make them more accurate to the taste or just more exciting. I don't know, anything goes. Let me know what you would do for the designs or just anything else I should fix, and I might use your idea in the next episodes. I see those suggestions easier if you're a channel member and you get to use those emoji. Thank you guys for the support. So I think that's it. Subscribe.